Hi besties. So today I thought it might be a little fun to kind of take a trip down memory lane and look at all of the bags that are in my collection. I also will be adding information in case anyone's interested in any of these bags. I started my collection in January 2021, so it really hasn't been that long since I've been a luxury bag collector. But I figured this might be helpful for somebody who's maybe new, and I wanted to share some tips and tricks on how exactly to make sure that you get the best price, because I have done a lot of mistakes. I've had a lot of mistakes. The very first bag that I ended up buying, my very first luxury bag, I bought in January 2021 from a site called Fashion File. This is the only bag that I have in my entire collection that I bought pre-loved. I spent $1,600 on it, and it is the Neo Neverfull in the Damier Ben print with the ballerine rose interior. And when I bought it, it was honestly one of those bags that I thought would be a great starter bag before I really thought about its practicality in my life. It came with this really cool like little pouch. Never used the pouch, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This bag has been in my collection since I started my collection, and I've only worn it once, and I kind of forced myself to use it. There's nothing wrong with this bag if you are someone who likes the Neverfull. I just bought it thinking that I would get so much more wear. I just bought it thinking it would be a lot more uses for it. For me and my lifestyle, because I don't have kids, I don't really need to carry a ton of things around, I don't actually use this bag. It's been a bag that I've been thinking about selling for a couple of months now. It's a wonderful bag. I'm thinking about maybe keeping it for when I do decide that I want kids and, you know, as a diaper bag or something. But outside of that, if you're not someone who carries a lot of things, this bag in particular might not be the right bag for you. I stopped buying tote bags after this because I was like, this never gets used. Needless to say, this bag is a super nice bag. Obviously, it's one of those things that I will probably never forget. My first ever luxury purchase. It just doesn't work for my lifestyle right now. So now we're moving on to a contemporary brand that I actually found on Instagram. I am really bad with Instagram ads, you guys. I fall for them pretty regularly. It's a really bad habit of mine. But this I don't regret at all. This is my bag from the Curated. I saw Emma Hill with this bag maybe like 2 or so years ago, and I just couldn't get it out of my mind. I love how like just like plain it is, if that makes sense. Like I love that it's like basic and plain, and it does what it's supposed to do. It's a super sturdy bag. I love this bag, and I don't think I'll ever sell it. It's I bought it for $300, I want to say. It took a really long time to get here because I do live in Hawaii, but it has this like super long strap. It's super sturdy. Let me see if I can show you the inside. Yeah, the inside is like super well made, and it's just one of those bags that I feel like I'm gonna have for like ever. And when I'm not trying to be so ostentatious with my bags, this is a bag that I go to. I freaking love this bag. Like I love the black like faux croc like detailing and everything. It's just such a nice bag. And I originally actually bought this bag to see if I wanted another one of my bags that I'll show you guys a little bit later. It's kind of like a dupe for the Celine bag with like, it's like a little bit boxier than this, but when I saw this one I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's see if this is like something that I could actually like use. And I love this bag. Next up in my collection we have the Prada Re-Edition in the cameo beige in the leather. This bag I actually was on like a little wait list for. I bought it at Ala Moana. I went in and I wanted to try on the black, and they actually didn't have either, and I got on the wait list. It took maybe 2 months for me to get this bag, and I just think it's such a fun like different bag to have. I like to use it when like it's more of like a flirty like date night, or if I'm going like and doing something a little sportier, something a little bit different from what I usually use. This is her. I think she's the cutest little bag ever. And as you can see, she's pretty hard wearing because I got her in October of last year and she still looks really, really good, I feel like. I also got the little charms on it, so see if you can see that. My little initials on there. I thought this was just the cutest little bag to have. Of course, it does come with the strap as well. I don't ever really use the strap, to be honest with you. I just kind of think it looks a little more tomboyish. It's not really my style, but I think it's super cool to like have the option. I think it's a super versatile bag. As far as usability, I tend to pull this bag out maybe 20% of the time. It's not a bag that I use in like in heavy rotation, but I do think it's still worth the money. And here on Island, I do believe I also got a little bit of a discount too. If I did, I'll let you know down below. So the next bag that I have is, I actually don't know what it's called, to be honest with you guys. I looked at my receipt and it's like a bunch of like numbers. It is a YSL bag, and I believe it's in the medium size. I just don't know what it's called. And when you look on their website, like everything is kind of named a little strangely too. But it is in like a beige color, and this is like my go-to like going out for the night bag. I just think it's so easy to style with so many different things. I'm kind of glad that I got it in this like beigey pink color. It wasn't a color that I originally went in there for. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I went in there, I did ask pretty specifically for a brown bag. How I came out with this one, I don't really know. It retails for $2,200 and I spent $1,900 with the Hawaii tax and the discount. So some stores here in Hawaii, you do get a discount. I kind of talked about this a little bit in my last video. If you guys are interested in a video about the different discounts for luxury items here on Island, please let me know down below. So in the back, it has this like, I can't even pull it out because it's so tight. It has this pocket that I guess you can put your phone in. I've never used the pocket. It's probably why it's so hard to get into. And I'm gonna show you the inside. And the inside just looks like that. It's a super cute bag for when you're going out late at night and stuff like that. I use it for like dinners and different things when I'm going out with friends, stuff like that. And this bag is probably my go-to when it comes to like nightlife sorts of things. So we're going back to Louis Vuitton because I totally forgot about this bag, you guys. This is the most expensive bag that I have bought thus far. I spent $3,100 on this bag, and it is the Voigt bag in the emprunt leather, black emprunt leather. This was a sort of spur of the moment purchase. A lot of my bags I really think through before I buy them, but with this one in particular, I had just gotten my Fashion File Neo Neverfull bag, and I was feeling like I really wanted to have the experience of going into a store. So I went to Ala Moana, I went to the Louis Vuitton, and I saw this bag and I was like, oh my god, it's beautiful. At the time, I did not know that it was going to be as expensive as it was, but it's too late. When you fall in love, you fall in love. So I ended up coming home with this bag, and it is such a cute bag. I do have a few like reasons as to why I don't wear it often. So the biggest reason for me is that it has these like straps on the sides, and it's a circle bag. So sometimes when you like put it on your shoulder, it like flips over like this, and I'm just like, that's really annoying. So that's one of the bigger ones. The next one is just that it's really squishy. I'm always worried about it losing structure. It's like a super squishy bag. It doesn't really have anything that's like keeping it like looking new. And because of that, I tend to kind of baby this bag. If I'm not wearing it, then I tend to stuff it with like newspapers and stuff like that. If those aren't problems for you and you don't mind that it's pretty expensive, I feel like, for a Louis Vuitton bag, then I definitely would recommend this bag. I think it's the cutest thing, and I'll probably never sell it just because this was my first in-store purchase and I was just super excited about it. So yeah, so this is my black Emperor leather Louis Vuitton weight bag. Now we're getting into the bags that are in heavy rotation for me. These are bags that I wear pretty much every single day. The first one is from YSL. It is, honestly, I didn't even know what it was called until I recently went into a YSL, like with the bag, and I was like, could you please tell me what this is called? I bought it here, like, please tell me. And they were like, oh, that's a Nano Sac de Jour. And this is what it looks like. You guys, every time I see this bag, this is one of the bags that makes me like genuinely like so happy inside. Like I love the detailing here. It's such a structured bag. I never have to worry about anything with this bag. I don't baby this bag at all. I spent $2,100 for it. It is the Nano, so it's kind of small. It is also a little bit harder to get into, which I personally like. If you are not someone who likes that kind of limited access, you're probably not gonna like this bag. It also has detachable, I'm gonna detach it so you can see. It has detachable straps. So I just took the strap off. When I'm going out for like dinner or something, I'll take the straps off and I'll just carry it like this. I think it's the cutest little Nano bag. And when I'm like going shopping or running errands or something, I'll stick the strap on. And I just think this is like possibly my favorite purchase of 2021. I bought this, I want to say I bought it in the summer of last year. So I was pretty much buying a bag every 3 months last year, but during the time I didn't know my style, and we'll get into that a little bit further in the video, but that's so important, you guys, because a lot of the mistakes that I made probably wouldn't have happened if I had really honed in my style when it comes to these purchases before buying these things. So if you're interested in advice on how to save money, how to make sure that you are being intentional with these purchases, please stay tuned because I'm going to talk about this a little bit more as we get further in the video. So if you've seen my first video ever on this channel, it was actually my birthday, and I actually got this medium Triumph Celine bag for my birthday. It was a bag that I had been like lusting after forever. I spent about $3,000 on this bag. I wear this bag every day. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. This bag was one that I didn't think I was ever going to be attracted to. Originally, I showed you guys a little bit, the curated bag was supposed to be like training wheels for the actual Celine bag that I wanted, but when I got in store and I tried it on, I was just kind of like, this doesn't feel like me, you know? So I got this one. And my thought process behind this was I loved the like smooth like leather, the brown, the black. I tried those on too, but the sales associate was like, yeah, but you know, they do get scratched. I wanted something that I could just like bang up, essentially. I wanted something that I could wear and not have to be like, oh, well, I'm worried about this, you know, I'm worried about that, or oh my gosh, it bumped into something. So when I saw this and like how easily it was like to take care of and everything, I was like, I'm sold on this bag. I'm gonna show you guys the inside. So you have to press this little thing, and I have nails on, so I have to. Inside, this is what it looks like. It has 3 compartments. I love how much space it has in here. It also has this little slit in the back that I honestly don't ever use. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. I wanted a workhorse bag. This is 100% exceeded my expectations when it comes to what I wanted for a everyday bag, and honestly, it's made me even more obsessed with Celine. So yeah. Okay, so now that all of the mod shots are out of the way, I wanted to talk a little bit about my process and kind of like give you guys some tips and tricks on how exactly to maximize your bang for buck. So a lot of the items that I chose are things that I really love. I'm pretty non-traditional, I guess, when it comes to bags. I'm not really lusting after a lot of bags that I feel like a lot of other people are. I guess you could say I'm a trend bag type of person. Something that I kind of learned recently in like the past 6 months is the importance of looking on the pre-loved market. I follow a lot of different YouTubers. Politics and fashion is a big one. She was the one who turned me on to Instagram Instagram accounts that tell you about different deals for different luxury items. There's one in particular that I like to follow. It's called Lux Hunt. They have an app, I believe. I'm not sponsored by any of these people, by the way. I'm just trying to give you guys the information because I didn't know it, and I probably could have saved some money doing that. So essentially what they do is they find the deals for you, and then they'll post about it, and then you just go ahead and buy whatever it is that you're gonna buy. I have seen quite a few bags, quite a few YSL bags in particular, that are so much cheaper than what I paid in store for them. I have seen some Prada bags. I haven't seen Celine bags, but you kind of get the gist. Like, they also show deals for like shoes and ready to wear, things like that. So many different great deals that I kind of wish I had known about beforehand. Another thing is I did mention Fashion File. Fashion File, The Real Real, Tradesy are all three that I have looked at several times before. Rebag is one that I've looked at, but I haven't done business with them, so I don't want to tell you guys something wrong. But if you're looking for a bag, or you're looking for a pair of like designer shoes, or you're looking for like anything when it comes to luxury items, please look pre-loved before you look in store. I understand the whole novelty of going in store and getting the whole 9 yards and everything like that. I love that too. But if you're someone who's a bit more budget conscious when it comes to these things, you can find really great deals on the pre-loved market. I have seen my bag, both of my YSL bags for much cheaper than what I paid for it, and I got a discount at the store because I live in Hawaii, and they're in impeccable condition. So if you're at all interested in saving money and anything like that, please look on the pre-loved market. A little bit about how I go about purchasing items and how my style has changed. So for me, I actually went and got rid of so many clothes at the beginning of January 2021. I basically chucked 80% of my wardrobe because I realized I didn't love anything in there. After that, I kind of did the whole Pinterest board where I looked at different Pinterest things, and I was like, oh, I like this outfit, I like that outfit. And I kind of started to narrow things down that I thought would look good on my body. But I did that for clothes. I didn't do that for bags. So for me, coming into this new arena where there's a much higher price point, making mistakes is kind of a terrible thing to do. So quite a few of my bags, my Re-Edition, for example, it's a trend bag, and it's a bag that I think, even though I love it, I probably wouldn't have gotten if it wasn't as hyped as it was, because it's not typically my style. So it kind of worked out for me because I do like the bag, but moving forward, I kind of learned from that, and I was like, okay, if you're really interested in something, please, you guys, don't let going into these fancy stores make you feel any sort of way. For the longest time, I felt like an outsider. When you go in, you don't have to buy anything. Try it on, see if you like it, think about it. If you're still thinking about it, this is what I do. If you're still thinking about it a month later, then get the bag. I will say, in some cases though, that doesn't work. There was this beautiful black Fendi First bag that I think I put in one of my vlogs, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait and think about it, and you cannot get it in the United States anymore. So just really be conscious of these things. If it's more of a bag that you've never seen anywhere else before, it's probably best to buy that bag. Use your reasoning skills when it comes to that, because for me, I just thought, oh, okay, it'll be fine, I'll just come back and get it. Yeah. Still regret that one. Also, when you're buying these bags, please, you guys, don't go into debt for these bags. if you do not have the money to pay for it right then and there, please, please, please just think about it for a little bit. Going into debt for a bag is not the move, guys. It's just not a great look. And you want to enjoy these purchases that you're making, like regardless if they're luxury or contemporary, like my curated bag. I wanted to love the bag and not have to think about anything else afterwards. If you're putting it on like a card or something that you're gonna have to pay off for months and months, like it's not gonna be as great of a situation, you know what I mean? Like you won't be able to fully enjoy the bag because you're constantly thinking about how you're gonna pay for it. So yeah, in that sense, it just like, please don't buy into the hype. Everyone is not buying designer bags. Everyone is not doing whatever you think they're doing. Focus on what makes you happy and what you genuinely like. I have, once again, my Prada Re-Edition, I have fallen to the hype before. Just make sure it's something that you're gonna love for years and years to come, because at the end of the day, like, they're not investments in terms of like getting your money back for a lot of the bags that I've shown you, but they're investments in what makes you feel good. So if they don't make you feel good, I mean, yeah. So that's all that I wanted to really talk to you guys about today. I hope you enjoyed looking at my bag collection. I love these videos. And if you like these kinds of videos and content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, besties.